Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube Editor's Perspective podcast. Okay, so a bit of a different kind of episode coming here. We have Proceed's a no-show. It's because he's a douche. But we got BG. DA's in the background playing Borderlands most likely right now because the
DA is about to go to sleep.
Okay.
Oh,
DA's
you got fucking Borderlands too?
Yeah.
You're a fucking good man.
I need to get it. But then we also have Tsubasa with us, and then we also have first-time person on this podcast, my roommate, Nate over here, or as he goes on Twitter, Nasty Nate, what?
501.
Nasty Nate 501.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to be calling you that.
Who's a nasty person? I'm just going to stop right there.
All right, so we've been talking about doing this episode for a little bit now, but we're actually doing a comic-based episode instead of, the usual Japanimation manga stuff. Especially considering...
Manga, I love my Chinese cartoons. What are you talking about?
Especially since Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con is this week, and it's kind of appropriate, so to speak. This guy actually here, probably you guys might be a little bit jealous. This guy won a free ticket, and he sold it.
To what?
What?
Yes.
Wait, the Comic-Con? You fucking asshole!
I couldn't go. It was too expensive. Have you looked at hotels in New York?
I would have gone just for the fucking free shit for Team Fortress 2. I want my hat!
I would have looked up a motel.
Hey,
If I had to sleep in my car, I would have done it.
Yeah, sleeping in your car is economical, it's easy, it's fucking free.
and highly uncomfortable.
That's the price you gotta pay.
Yeah, but what kind of car do you have? An Aztec? What was it called?
I have a Ford Focus.
Ford Focus, okay.
Oh, ooh.
That explains everything, what?
Take that back there.
Hey, I got it. I sold it for a good price. I got $162 for it, and I got it for free.
Which is true.
You sold a ticket for 162?
When it was,
Yeah.
what were the prices for the 3-day passes?
65.
That, made double the cost of it, so not too shabby. But anyways, the topic of discussion is comics. And I have a small insight, but my roommate here is a very, very, very big avid comic reader.
Since last year.
What are you pretty much reading right now?
I'm reading Batman, Batgirl, Nightwing, Aquaman, Justice League, Swamp Thing.
It's all the new 52, right?
Yeah. And that's it right now. I'm doing some different trades right now as well. The Walking Dead, of course.
Yeah. What about
Yes.
BG? Have you read any of the new 52?
I have finished Batman. I finished the first arc of Aquaman. That's pretty much it for right now. I have everything I want to read. I just haven't gotten around to it.
So you're a gigantic Aquaman fan, aren't you?
I love the new 52 Aquaman. He's a badass. Everybody.
Yes, he is.
And the first issue of the new 52 is hilarious because he is basically just making fun of himself the whole time, which is great humor for the character that's had a lot of bad press the last couple of years.
Whenever we were watching Young Justice, it's like whenever Aquaman has a beard, he's just stupid.
Yeah, he just looks like a derp. But when he's like clean shaven and he looks like a boss, and he doesn't have a hook for a hand, which is awesome because that's just dumb, or a water hand, whatever.
When did that happen?
I don't know. God.
What about Batman? I actually, now that I think about it, in the new 52, I've seen like some bits and pieces of it. Isn't there a scene where like Batman and Catwoman just have sex on a rooftop?
Yes.
In the new 52?
Yeah.
Yes, it happens.
In the new what? No, not in
Yeah.
the new 52.
Yes, it does.
I don't remember that issue.
I don't think it's in the Batman serialization. I think it's in something else.
Oh.
I don't know. I just recall that it's just like pretty much everything's off except their masks. They keep their masks on.
Yeah, this happens.
What? Yeah, hold on.
They also have
I'm
Superman
so
and Wonder
lost.
Woman making out in the sky.
Oh yeah, that was the
That's
cover.
the one. That was the most recent.
Justice League, right?
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Why?
Why?
Fuck Lois, that's why.
Because I think it's a great little, relationship thing they got going on there. I think it's going to be interesting.
Have you? Well, isn't Superman's your favorite character? Isn't it, BG?
Yes, he is. Favorite superhero of all time.
Opinions on that?
I mean, To each his own. I love Batman, so.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
PG hates Batman.
So it has begun, the fight of fate.
Hold on. I cracked my...
I am
Alright.
not a fan of Batman.
Powers versus money, who will win?
Wait, so why do you hate Batman?
I don't hate him. I'm just not a fan of him. His villains don't feel big enough. Let's put it like that.
Okay, I can see that. But what I enjoy about the Batman villains is that there's so many of them, and they're really small, but they're so sadistical and plotting.
They're great, but what can I never think what can they do on a grand scale?
It's like, what
Like,
could the Joker
what can
do to Superman?
anyone do on a grand scale that's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? It's
Right.
like, oh, he's gonna blow up that block of Gotham or something.
Yeah, it's a valid point, but with Superman you have Doomsday and
Brainiac.
Darkseid, Brainiac, but the Batman villains feel so much more realistic in a
Down to
sense.
earth, kind of.
Personal.
Down
More-
to, yeah,
more
down,
like they
down
could
to
be
earth, but just
down the
straight up
street
fucking
from
out
me.
of their mind.
Yeah, just crazy people.
Did I wander in at a good time?
Oh, there he is. So we've already...
I've been watching a documentary about how the Earth made man, so you have to forgive me.
Okay, we actually just... we've already started. We're in the middle of comics
I
discussion.
don't care. Hi.
Spoiler, Earth fucked it up. We're still here. Fine.
Yeah. No, but I'm just gonna put this out there because from what I was hearing, I'm guessing this is the comic episode.
Yes.
All right. Batman: Death of the Family. Who's read it yet?
I haven't done so. No spoilers because I'm picking it up tomorrow. And if you say anything, I'm going to be
All
pissed off.
All right. Here's a word to the wise. You're going to enjoy it if you like the Joker,
Woohoo!
because they do the Joker so damn well.
Oh, I can't wait! I'm so excited. It's like a little afterthought of Death in the Family when Jason Todd
It's
gets
like
bludgeoned to death with a
if
tire
I'm going to compare it to anything, yeah, Death in the Family it's very close to that, but it's more along the lines of it's really, really, really like very closely to really knit down to the Batman story. The people doing this did it flawlessly, and I think this is one of the best Jokers I've seen.
I think dude, your laptop's rising a little bit over there.
I think I just creamed my pants a little bit. I'm excited for that. I think this is going to be it only goes till February, so it's not as long as the Night of the Owls, which was also just straight up
Yeah, that's
ass.
what I'm on right now.
And
That was very good. Hold on a second, see if I can find this real quick.
But
You're
actually,
going to hear Borderlands in the background. I can't help it, so deal with it.
everybody's playing
Someone else got Borderlands. Someone else is a very smart individual.
Oh no, I have Borderlands as well, but that's Kevin playing Borderlands right now.
Oh, did you get the Necromancer?
Of course, I have the Necromancer. I'm also getting the new DLC coming out on Tuesday.
no.
Have you
That
tried
is
the
the DLC.
No, it's not.
It
The
came out early.
Necromancer is already out. Necromancer came
Yeah,
out.
the Necromancer was released early. It's still the same
Exactly.
DLC.
It's the same
But-
DLC. Pretty much.
What do you think about
Dear-
how broken she is? Because she's basically the most broken thing in
Hold
the
on.
fucking game right now.
First, I have to kick Mike in the face here. On Tuesday, they're releasing Captain Scarlet and her pirate's booty.
Okay, so I was misinformed then. All right.
You're just an idiot. That's how it goes.
Anyways,
Steve's here. Let the insults rise.
has anyone in here? Me and Nate have just started watching it. Watch Young Justice, since we're on the topic of
I've
DC
seen a few.
characters.
I've seen a bit of it.
I refuse.
Really?
I refuse to watch it.
Why?
After reading Teen Titans Volume 3, I think it is, before 1 year later, which I also hate, it feels... Okay, it just feels very weird. I don't know quite how to put it, but it just feels very weird to me. Like, it's a Teen Titans.
Yeah, that's what
I know
thought,
it's
too.
the Teen Titans. It's got Superboy. It's got I don't know if she goes by Mary Martian or Miss Martian. Miss Martian. There you go.
But they're not in
It's
the
got
Teen
all these
Titans.
people, but it's not. I don't know. It just feels weird. To me.
How many episodes are we in? Like 7-ish, 5.
Well, I've seen three or four.
Okay,
I'm behind you guys.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to 6. He's at episode 4. That's actually pretty good.
Nightwing makes me happy.
Has he showed up yet?
In what?
See, I don't know.
Young Justice. Nightwing makes me happy.
What?
I'm just not gonna watch it.
It's
more
Robin.
I take that back. I probably will watch it someday.
Right now, to me, I'm just kind of at the beginning of episode 6 or whatever, but it's not bad at all.
Oh no!
What are you up to, Mike?
Very good.
Episode 6.
Yeah, but I'm not remembering numbers. What happened?
What was in the last episode I watched? Artemis just joined.
Oh, okay. I know where you are.
They had the League of Shadows was trying to assassinate some doctor. Sorry for ruining the episode for you.
When you get current, like when you get up to what's current now, you'll understand why I'm worried if they're actually going to cancel it after this season.
Okay.
Really?
Interesting.
Because they're bringing up to the conclusion of this season very interestingly.
Okay. Interesting.
And if they end it here, I think I'd be very upset.
Interesting. Actually, now that I think about it, a comic that I've read recently that actually they just finished this arc of it, and you need to watch the show of this, the Last Airbender comic that came out recently.
Oh, I've watched the show.
Oh, you have?
Like
There's
last
a comic.
Like the whole
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen? Okay.
I've seen some episodes. I don't know. It's so like
There's a comic for everything. It's kind of like there's a fucking video game for everything nowadays.
I feel like unless you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender in the order, it gets so misconstrued.
It does.
Just messed up, and I don't know what's going on.
We'll definitely have to have a power watching session one of these days.
We shall.
But
I watched it all. It's still kind of.
well, yeah, he's a hipster.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
So you watched it before? It
It's
was
just
cool.
not
All
a
right.
very good series.
No, it's too mainstream for him, so he doesn't think it's cool.
Oh, okay.
It's got nothing to do with mainstream.
I edit some things. You've probably never heard of them.
But okay.
I love how I can devolve an entire thing.
What are
into
some of the
laughing.
other comics like that pretty much are that you're reading that you're pretty much really into right now?
Do not read Fear Itself. Do not read.
What is that?
I don't know.
Fear Itself was a giant Marvel crossover. It's one of their most recent ones. I think it was like 2 years ago. It might have been last year, as a matter of fact. It spanned something like 118 issues.
Jesus.
Stupid. Terrible.
Hold on. Did anybody read what was it? Avengers vs. X-Men?
No, but I read like one of the big plot points of it.
Oh, okay. So you've read that.
To read it, but I'm
guessing.
I mean, does anybody mind spoilers?
Can I say
I
the
don't-
spoiler? Do you know what the spoiler is?
Yes, I do.
I haven't read it, but I know what the
All right.
spoiler is.
Do you guys care? Because I'll explain it a bit. Well, basically, in I forget the exact title of it, but it's I believe it's Verse or is it X? I don't know.
It's like Avengers versus X-Men or something like that.
Yeah, Avengers. That's what I figured. Basically, for like the umpteenth time, they kill off Professor X. Yeah, shocker. But the thing is, like, I bring this up in because I'm sick and tired of seeing big name characters die, only to be brought back.
Well, it's comic book.
It's like
No.
it's the bane
Yeah,
of comic
Superman
books.
to
This is what
blame.
happens.
No. If I'm also right from what I was reading, another comic book just killed off. It was another X-Men comic. They killed off a character and he's gone for good. Character's dead, gone, murdered. It can be done, and it's basically one of the main problems I have with a lot of the comics nowadays. Death has no meaning. There's no real mortality issue. It's all just this kind of like ideological just stupidity of like, yeah, you know what's gonna happen. You don't know who's actually gonna die. It's just gonna be the hero saves the day, or this happens. It's like a formula you've seen a million times that you have memorized.
Dragon Ball Z.
Superman.
Basically.
Superman.
I mean, like Superman has died how many times now?
No.
Superman doesn't
Superman is
die.
the cause of
He
it.
just goes
Superman
into
is the reason for
Oh,
this.
I know it. What I'm saying is, how many times has he died? Wink, wink, nod, nod.
You mean gone to sleep?
Yeah. He just goes into a sleep coma that's like death.
It's so stupid. It's like if they just did this, it would give these comics so much more depth and so much more interest. I don't like it.
Yeah. Superman's died so many times. And I think it was in Avengers vs. X-Men. Like, from when I was reading the synopsis of it, like, 5 of the X-Men gained the Phoenix Force,
Yeah.
including Cyclops, who's the one that killed Xavier. He's, like, pretty much is just like... It was
Yeah,
like,
Cyclops was infected with the Phoenix.
yeah, and, like, his daddy issues were brought to the forefront.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not my father. Vaporized Xavier.
I'm really probably not going to read this.
The new Captain Marvel, it looked interesting.
Isn't she a
Oh,
chick?
buddy.
Yeah, it's a chick now.
Don't they already
You're
have
looking at
Mary
pages
Marvel?
later,
Why
aren't
would
you?
they need another one? Why would they need a female Captain Marvel?
Well, it was
Then
Miss
again, they
Marvel,
had a
right?
female
And then she
Captain
got
Atom,
promoted.
Yeah.
All right, we have the internet on here.
No, I was looking at. I thought you meant Shazam. Shazam was Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the new Captain Marvel. She's a female. I forget her name. But
Marvel.
it's interesting.
But all right. Actually, one thing I wanted to say, like the big thing I know, I think that was your favorite was Swamp Thing, right?
It's one of my favorites. It's awesome.
So what is? I don't even know what that is.
It's like the comic book version. It's a horror comic of the original 19-something Swamp Thing Universal film. It's like a comic book iteration of that.
Interesting.
It's
like
really bloody and really violent, and I didn't expect it when I started reading it. And I was like, okay, this is not what I expected at all from a Swamp Thing comic.
Yeah.
I should have
I
known
did not
that.
realize to put this out.
Actually,
Sorry to interrupt, but I just found out that they put out Avengers vs. X-Men Consequences.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Basically a follow-up to everything that happened with with AVX.
yeah.
But basically it's the fallout of the aftermath of everything that happened. I didn't really put this out.
Interesting.
Well,
I didn't pay attention to that.
they've also had AVX where it's instead of like all the filler material, it's straight up just the fights. I can't remember what that's
Yeah.
called either. But it's just
No.
comic. It's like Marvel just keeps pushing out Avengers vs. X-Men comics. Just
If you want to check out basically a review of it, I say check that out. It's pretty good.
Okay. I can't click on it just because I'm recording right now, but ugh.
It's a text.
Well, I can't.
It's an article.
I just can't click off of the recording software, or else it'll stop recording.
Oh, right, I forgot.
We had that before, and we missed. Oh, actually, I'll need to show you. Look up actually right now. Look up the new movie Superman.
Oh no.
He hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, he hasn't.
Let's see. Like
Get ready to kill
or
yourself.
like put like Man of Steel costume, I guess.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
That movie's gonna be terrible.
Go just go to photos. Actually, that's the picture right there. But it's a video. Let's see. Yeah,
Oh my god.
the bulge. That guy's got like a D cup in his crotch.
Dude, it's bulging. Ugh, I don't like that at all.
None of us do. Guy's just got like a super huge.
Oh,
Looks like he's got like a freaking D cup bra.
It's Superman. Story of the shrimp and boat captain from. What is he from?
I don't know. It's like that was one of the things we were making fun of the trailer when we saw the Superman trailer. It was just
God.
like
He's on a random boat, being a shrimp boat captain. I don't get it. It's like you're
Jesus
from
Christ,
Kansas.
what are they doing?
Mr. Superman expert. Can you explain why Superman is on a shrimp boat in the trailer of Man of
No,
Steel?
I freaking can't.
He's from Kansas. I don't understand. How does he make it that far? Well, I guess Metropolis is. But still.
He's Superman. He can fly.
I guess.
Is this Superman a reboot or an origin story or what is it?
Or Man of Steel.
It's a reboot.
It's a reboot.
It's a reboot. Directed by Christopher Nolan, so.
Is it an origin story though?
Produced or directed? Oh, Zack Snyder's directing it.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
produced by him, I think.
If it's an origin story, they don't need to do it because everyone knows how Superman came to Earth.
Wow, I literally could not hear a thing you said thanks to Borderlands.
I honestly can't help it.
But actually, just kind of breaking off of the DC stint. I know BG here is the Marvel fan of the group, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, I read a lot of Marvel.
What are you reading right now?
I'm reading Spider-Man. I'm finally catching back up into Spider-Man.
That's
why
why
do
we
they
need Brian.
why do they keep bringing these? You know what? Nope.
Text him to
skip
get
it.
down here. Who? Brian.
I'm
down here,
reading.
we'll
I just
talk
finished
Marvel.
House of M not too long ago.
What?
Hold
Wait,
on, let me grab
what was
my,
House of M?
iPod, because I got it all on there.
Okay. What was House of M? Anyone know that besides BG? I feel like that.
I can explain it if you want while I look this stuff up.
Okay. What was that?
House of M was the storyline after the Scarlet Witch went insane, and she killed a bunch of Avengers, including Hawkeye.
Okay.
So the House of M, they were deciding what to do with her, whether they should just kill her so nothing like this ever happens again. So Quicksilver doesn't want this to happen. So he goes to her and he says, bend reality, give every superhero what they want and give us what we want. And that way, and erase all their memories. So we go into a completely different alternate reality where there's more mutants than humans, and mutants rule the world, and Magneto is the top guy.
Okay.
So yeah, it just follows everybody. Captain America's just some old guy now because he was never frozen. Blah 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 blah. It's actually a very good story. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, Civil War. I don't know how I feel about Civil War.
I know upstairs, my roommate, he's got a couple friends over, so my other roommate, he wanted to join in, but he couldn't. Pretty much his big comics editor is he's a big fan of Ultimate Spider-Man right now, I know.
I stopped reading Ultimate Spider-Man right before they killed him the second time.
And there's proceeds. Complaint.
Peter Parker's dead.
Well-
He'll be back.
Again.
They didn't technically kill him the first time. He was just
Right,
kind of missing.
Finger quotes, technically.
No, he was just kind of
Technically.
missing. Everybody thought he was dead, and there was this whole all the people feeling sad, all the people that knew him feeling sad, and then it's just like, oh no, he was just in the rubble somewhere.
It's like, I mean, that's almost the same concept as like the whole Batman thing. It's like, okay, Darkseid killed Batman. Oh no, wait. He actually went back in time and is fighting his way through time to get back to the present. And then Dick Grayson became Batman.
Dick Grayson makes a good Batman. Have you guys read Gates of Gotham? Anyone?
No.
Read that. That's a good read. It has this like weird steampunk feel to it, but it has a really good story, and Dick Grayson makes a great Batman.
I've got a very good read for anybody who hasn't read this yet. Marvel Zombies.
No, it's not.
Marvel's what?
Marvel Zombies.
Oh.
Marvel Zombies is not a good read.
I
disagree.
liked it.
It was okay, but I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be.
I liked it. I don't understand why the Punisher was one of the survivors. I mean,
Because he doesn't care. He would feel no qualms about killing these people, these zombies.
No. What I'm
He didn't
saying
want
is
to be a zombie 'cause
there
he
were
just didn't
so
want to
many
be.
others who are just built for defense that should never have even been touched by this.
Like who?
Oh, God. Well, let's see. Hulk for one.
No, he probably would again. Just like in Fear Itself, he became one of the. I don't remember what they called him. I'm gonna spin off onto what Fear Itself was. Fear Itself. They sent a bunch of Thor's hammers onto Earth, and it possessed whoever was chosen. And they just went on a destructive path, killing people and superheroes and whatever. And Hulk was one of these people. So yeah, he could probably get infected with something like this.
Hulk with a Thor hammer.
Then again, all right. What about Wolverine?
Wolverine made no sense.
He's invulnerable to that kind of to any of that. Like I don't.
Yeah,
again,
that makes no sense.
I didn't understand that. Like, what?
It pissed on Fantastic Four fans.
Oh,
with
it did.
Reed Richards
Absolutely.
injecting himself with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just pissed on them.
I didn't know
But
Robert Kirkman did.
It's a very good read. You'll enjoy it. I mean, you'll shake your head and question a lot at the end, but I mean, when it comes right down to it, you'll enjoy it throughout because it's an interesting scenario. You don't really see a lot done this way. You can't really picture Captain America as a zombie
What were you saying, Nate?
killing people.
I said Robert Kirkman was a writer on it.
I'm not sure.
That's
Wikipedia
I
says.
think so. Yeah, that's kind of cool because he does Walking Dead. So, I mean, that's
I hated that they ate Galactus. What type of stupid crap is that?
Well, hold on. You want to see a picture of Zombie Cap? I'll send it to your face. What can you click? Can you click Facebook?
No, he can't click anything.
I can't.
Alright,
Yeah.
So your roommate's clicking it.
Yeah,
I
actually,
have one of the covers pulled up.
All right, then I'm just gonna post this on Mike's Facebook wall. Just click it.
Okay.
And show it to him. If I can
what was I just thinking?
Here,
Oh,
here's
actually,
Zombie
the other
Cap.
story is that my roommate upstairs, like, he's a big Hulk fan as well, so he liked World War Hulk and Planet
I'm
Hulk
reading
and stuff
Planet
like that.
Hulk right now.
I actually watched the movie, the animated movie they made a little bit ago. It's actually pretty good. I just found it funny, just like the beginning. I mean, it's just like regular Hulk, and then like as he goes about this whole planet thing, he becomes more articulate.
Yeah, I know.
Professor Hulk. I wouldn't know because I'm only on like issue 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I
God,
said, I read a
forgot
lot.
Iron Man as well. Didn't like that either.
Iron Man.
Getting infected inside the suit.
That could happen.
It wasn't airborne.
What was it?
It wasn't the C virus.
Don't make me hurt you.
Resident Evil 6 reference.
Have you beaten Ada's story yet?
Yes. I'm in my second playthroughs of everyone unprofessional.
So you've beaten Ada. You know basically the entire story was one big troll.
Yep.
Yeah. When last night Kevin and Joe beat Ada's story because they did it on veteran. I don't know about what you played. You played on normal?
I played on normal. Now I'm going back through in professional.
Yeah, they did their first run through on veteran solely, so that's why it took them so long. But yeah, when they finished Ada's story, I just like sat back, shook my head, and went, "Wow,
Clones.
clone? No, not even clones. The fact that is anybody playing it that doesn't mind spoilers? Anybody?
BG.
Oh, I finished it.
Okay.
All right. So
Do you care,
finding
Nate?
out that
Nah.
Simmons was basically all but innocent in this whole situation, meanwhile Leon's entire campaign was chasing him down, wasting an entire campaign
No,
on
no, 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 no,
nothing.
no. Simmons did unleash the virus in Tall Oaks.
Did he? No.
Yes, he did.
That was Ada.
No, it was not.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I was pretty sure that was Ada.
Ada released it in China.
No, because she was pretending to be Simmons. Simmons didn't do that.
No, because Simmons was the one who interrogated Helena, and he's the one who kidnapped the sister and pressured her into leaving the president vulnerable to infect him.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Tall Oaks was him. The rest was all Ada.
Yeah.
Right.
Was Carla.
Yeah, Carla, Ada, whatever. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I knew that. But
Actually,
I mean
a freaking fight with Carla where she's just a blob on the wall.
that took Kevin like 6 tries.
Well, it didn't take me 6 tries. It just took me about an hour. Because I kept shooting her freaking eyeballs. I'm like, why isn't she dying? And then finally I just got
You
mad
gotta
and
shoot through it,
just started shooting at her. I'm like, oh, okay, I just have to keep shooting through her. So I just pretty much went around to the pustules or whatever, just collected a whole bunch of freaking assault rifle ammo, and just like, get there. Okay, cool. I actually really enjoyed the game though as a whole. The only thing that I'm kind of mad about is that they didn't explain what the hell the family was.
What the what was?
The family. Simmons is the family.
That's just
What about
opening doors for sequels.
Yeah,
That's basically like an Illuminati ripoff, to be honest.
pretty much. But anyways, back to the subject at hand, which actually I'm actually surprised we are remarkably keeping on top. This is a rarity on this
It's usually
podcast.
just sporadicness.
That's because I'm keeping quiet while you guys are talking.
This is true.
And I haven't started linking 4chan
This is
Yeah.
very true.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh, just to completely shank this conversation, YouTube update.
I haven't seen it. I haven't been on.
Oh yeah, I got that. You know the kind of hoops you gotta go through to go to your fucking inbox?
Yeah.
It took me
I also
30
have
minutes
not
to
been.
find it. It took me 30 minutes to find it.
BG, do me a favor right now. Go on YouTube.com.
I'm on it. It hasn't changed for me.
Lucky bastard.
You don't see this disgusting screen.
Screenshot it for me and see if it's any different, because I'm getting what I've always gotten.
I got it. So you go to your thing. Jeez, your laptop's freaking slow. Yeah, it's same. It's same for me and my roommate right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like slowly moving across the U.S.
Oh, then prepare for disgust.
Awesome.
Oh, I know a
No,
comic you guys should be reading if you're not. Is He-Man.
I mean, literally, this is disgusting.
Hold
This
up.
is-
He-Man.
Yeah, He-Man and the Master of the Universe.
Never been into it.
Well, you should read
That-
the first
Never,
one. Is
never
really
been a
neat.
He-Man fan.
It's
This is a new version though,
yeah,
right?
it's a whole another thing. It's basically like
A reboot.
yeah.
I linked the image, guys. You guys need to see this. It's actually thoroughly
Yes,
disgusting.
yes. I'm opening it.
I mean, this
I guess I
is
can't- yeah.
horrible.
Send it to my Facebook.
Speaking of shit, hey, Proceed, did you click that 4chan link in your personal?
No.
Do it.
How do I link you a picture, Mike? What? Photo. Got it. Never mind. Attach a photo. Choose file. Pictures.
I'll just have to.
And posting.
I'll probably
Posted.
I'll probably
Posted.
just end up deleting these in a little bit.
No, I do not have this.
Yeah, look at this disgusting nightmare.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Alright, now I have to post this here.
Oh, God, it's disgusting. I hate it. I honestly hate it. Like, it makes me cringe looking at it.
Nothing we can do about it.
I won't know fully. I don't see too much of a difference, but I won't know fully until I actually
Yeah.
get it.
Notice the lack of inbox. You cannot actually make it so you always see your the people's uploaded videos.
What about on your drop-down menu?
Nope, that is the drop down menu.
I mean, for the inbox, can't you get to
That
the-
is, yeah, that's where you find your inbox, but you can't like this is your page. You can't make it so you only see uploads only. You have to see every ounce of what everyone you have subscribed to does.
Yeah,
You
I
have
don't,
no choice.
yeah, I don't really pay attention to that usually, so. But continue on.
It's disgusting. They're trying to make it Facebook, and it's fucking disgusting.
Well, that is now. I found out a little stat. YouTube is actually now the second most used search engine.
Yeah, well, because it's partly Google.
Yeah, it's technically Google's number one, and then YouTube's number two. But actually, getting back on topic. So reboot on He-Man.
Oh, I like it. It's
I like it.
I like it. It's good stuff.
All right, cool.
Now, it's just like different iteration where He-Man is actually he like forgets that he was a prince and goes on this, I don't know, like soul searching adventure to, figure out who he actually is, and he'll eventually meet Skeletor and blah blah blah. But it's a good read. If you get into it, I like it.
I might check it out.
Yeah, I would just give it the first issue because that had me hooked. I didn't even consider it until my cousin told me about it, and I enjoy it now.
This is reminding me. I need to start reading comics. Actually, the full comic that I read most recently was Scott Pilgrim. That was after I saw
I have
it.
not read
Have
any
you
of it.
read Scott Pilgrim?
So
It's
good,
like the movie.
Oh, you need to read the
so
comic.
good.
Comic is it is.
I love.
I don't
the
want to.
movie.
I don't even want to say it's better than the movie, just because they're both like
It is better. No, I like the comic better.
they tell their stories both in good ways though, and then like even the creator of the comic was with them working on the movie the entire time, and he actually liked the changes that were made just for
Yeah,
condensing the script.
the movie's good, but I still like the comic better.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff in it that's just like hilarity. Like even like just the hilarity of the movie, like that comedy.
Oh my god!
all
I just
throughout
loved
the
all the
comic.
little like Nintendo references. And stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
and I mean those
God,
are all
it's
those are
hilarious.
all over the comic too.
And
Even
Mary-
more so. There's
Mary
more ramp in the
Elizabeth
comic.
Winstead and her panties. That was awesome.
Oh, fun fact. Okay, so proceed. Has everyone here seen Scott Pilgrim, the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know Kim, the drummer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the actress, very recently on Twitter, was trying to send a topless picture of herself to her boyfriend via Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and she accidentally put it as public.
Ugh.
And so that was on like pretty much public to everybody for a good maybe 5 minutes or so, and then she took it off. And I mean, instead of just trying to
Damage done.
backpedal, she's like, "Well, I fucked up." And of course,
Wow.
Let's
that's all.
look this up.
That's all over the internet now.
Google.com. Kim Pines topless
Wow.
images.
Safe search off.
She's not.
Safe search.
She's not
off.
a very good-looking girl though.
She's all right. Are you gonna look
What's
it up now?
what's
Yeah,
Kim
kinda.
Pine's name? Like her actor real name?
Allison Pill.
Pill.
Allison Pill. And it's just literally just her top.
How did we get here?
It's because we used to talk about Scott Pilgrim, and then I
Because of
remembered
Mike.
it.
It's because Mike's an idiot.
She's got her nerdy little glasses on.
Found it.
And his night is made.
But
His sad, sad
All you-
night
all you
is
hear is-
made.
You're welcome.
All you hear is. Zzz.
No, it's
I
not what
don't-
you hear with
and-
John, because
All
John's
I can think of is,
he's not
Scott,
sitting
what
there
are
with
you
pants
doing?
on. He's
Scott,
not
what are you
sitting there
doing?
with pants.
Scott, stop. Scott, what are you doing? Scott, this isn't the bonus please stage. Don't.
actually, the other comic I read pretty recently, I was just looking through random stuff, and I actually found a Batman Spider-Man crossover.
Yeah.
It was like
Same way on that one.
shut up, proceed. It was
Rabble.
some scientist or whatever from Queens, New York or whatever, pretty much found a way to implant a chip into psychopaths' brains that would turn them into normal human beings, and their first test case was the Joker.
Oh dear.
And pretty much is Batman took pretty much followed them to New York to get this process done. And then they also did who's Carnage? I forget the guy's actual name.
Carnage, my favorite villain of all time.
But who's the actual guy?
Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah, they tried to put it into him as well, but the symbiote broke the chip while they were in the car taking him somewhere or taking him away, and he pretty much the lady who invented the chip was displaying how the Joker's a normal person, and then Carnage pretty much grabs him, gets him to a secret hideout pretty much, and he uses symbiote tentacles to break the chip and bring the Joker back to where he was. And Carnage is pretty much a fanboy. She's like, "Oh, I've been such a big fan," and then pretty much they get to talking, and then Carnage he just straight up murders, just wants to chop people up, blood, guts, and everything.
Yes.
And Joker finds it distasteful that he doesn't have
Yep.
any style to his killing,
Yeah.
so they fight. And then pretty much what happens, I think they're in Gotham at this point, and then Spider-Man travels to Gotham, meets up with Batman, and then it's more or less just Spider-Man's like, "Hey, you want my help?" And then, of course, Batman, no. And just,
Anyway, Jen, sorry to interject, but I need to go. Sleepy time calls me.
Okay.
Because I actually have to get up in the morning.
Alrighty.
Fuck my life.
Let's see if the call drops.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I dropped to get back in. Nothing happened, so I think we're fine.
Okay, let's see. Alright, see you later, John.
Later.
Later, John.
Okay, hey!
Alright,
It
good.
didn't drop, cool. Alright,
Just
but,
to throw this out there, with the Spider-Man Batman crossover, I just picture Spider-Man swinging in. Why don't you ever call me? Because you suck.
Spider-Man does not suck. He's just a whiny little bit.
AKA sucks.
He cries so much.
Can't deal with it.
Very emotional.
They try to make him they try to make him empathetic and the everyman, but he just comes off as overly sensitive, and it's just
A
terrible.
bitch.
But no, Spider-Man himself does not suck. He's one of the better superheroes out there.
but I know,
The better superheroes?
Yes, one of the better ones.
Comparing him to who?
I would say he's top 10 of any superhero.
He's top 10. What is your
Yes.
top 10? What is your top 10?
Superman's number one for him. I know that much.
Of superheroes, superheroines, and all of them.
All of them. Yeah, your top 10 total. Okay, you're
That's
saying
good.
Superman's in that.
Food for
What
thought.
is it?
Superman is number one, obviously. Are we going best or my favorite?
Favorite.
Your top 10.
No, because there's a difference.
Favorite.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is. Like the Harry Potter books, I think number 5 is the best, but number 4 is my favorite.
All right,
There's
fine.
a difference between
Your
favorite and
personal-
best.
Your personal favorite.
My personal favorite superheroes and superheroines. Number 1 is Superman. Number 2, Gambit. Number 3, Miss Marvel. Oh, what's with the chuckling?
As soon as we said Gambit, Nate just goes, ugh.
Oh, don't tell me he hates Gambit.
Just keep going. Shut up, Mike. Don't even answer that. Keep going, BG.
Number 4, Iron Man. Number 5, Flash. Number 6, I'd probably say Cap. Number 7,
I thought you liked
probably
Thor.
be Rogue. Number 8,
I thought Thor was up there for you.
no, I do not like Thor.
Oh.
Number 8, Mr. Fantastic.
Interesting.
Number 9 would probably be Spider-Man. And 10 would be... Trying to think of all my serializations. Can't think of a 10 off my head. This is just off my head. If I looked it up, I'd probably be completely different. But,
From the ones I can name at the top of my head, I'm just going to go with top 5. Here's mine. Batman, Iron Man, Captain America, The Flash, and... Oh, God, I just had it. I'm forgetting his name. Green Lantern.
which Green Lantern?
What's his
Hal.
name? That Hal Jordan.
Okay, Hal Jordan.
Let's see. For me, probably
A lot of money.
Batman or Dick Grayson would be number one, like Nightwing, the first Robin. Iron Man, Batman, Spider-Man, and then
No one likes Superman.
he's just too OP.
That's the problem everybody gives me is that he's too powerful and he's just too much. But he's
No,
always
I don't
getting
like
his
that.
butt whooped, even without kryptonite. He's always getting his butt whooped.
I don't
And-
like Superman for other reasons.
And the Superman isn't about. He's about being just so human, despite being inhuman. Like I was watching Superman and Batman Doomsday, and Darkseid knocks him into space, and he starts whooping on Supergirl. So Superman gets back to Earth. And he's just pissed at Darkseid, but he sees Supergirl just lying there. He completely ignores Darkseid. This guy that just knocked him into space because he's so worried about his cousin. Superman.
What was
Wait,
the?
Who was your fifth? Who was your fifth?
I can't think of one right now.
Hold on. I'm just throw this out there. Who wants to see Superman kill people?
I've seen it.
No, I don't.
What was I guess he technically did in the DC Universe trailer. Doesn't he like laser at Black Adam in the face?
Mhm.
And okay, BG.
What?
I was gonna say I was asking the question. Doesn't he pretty much in the DC Universe trailer, the cinematic trailer?
What trailer?
You never saw that the cinematic trailer for the DC MMO?
Nope.
What? Interesting. I'll have to show
need
you
go
that.
Watch that.
It's-
Never seen it.
It's probably one of the best video game trailers, like cinematic trailers out there. It's just like a gigantic battle of DC, like the Justice League versus like Lex Luthor, Deathstroke.
Oh, speaking of which, who is following Injustice besides me?
Ooh, I am.
I want that game so
It's
bad.
gonna be so much fun. I think
Can
they
you
just-
explain though why the hell like Batman can like chuck someone through a building?
It's probably going to be explained within game.
You can't question comic book physics
Because he's
This-
Batman.
because he's Batman.
That does not fly here.
It's comic books. You're questioning comic books.
Hey,
Oh,
I mean,
I need to
people-
show you their rant on The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
people will always say, "Oh, it's blah blah blah." You're questioning video games. You're questioning anime, but there's logic within that series. For example, something like Spider-Man. You see what Spider-Man is, but if all of a sudden he just grows wings out of his back, you're like, that's not logical. So Batman throwing somebody through a building like that, it's not logical for Batman. So yeah, you do question these things. There's logic within comic books, within anime, within whatever you play, within that universe.
Okay. Your top 5 or 10, Nate?
My top 5. Batman, Nightwing, Dick Grayson, Iron Man, Aquaman, and
Aquaman probably would be my 10.
because Aquaman's a badass. I don't know, Green Lantern,
Black or white?
or I like Batgirl. Batgirl's cool too.
There's like 6 Green Lanterns, so you always have to say which Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan.
Okay.
The black one or the white one?
There's
Uh,
only one Green Lantern I don't like, and that's
the
Guy
gay one.
Gardner.
Oops.
He's just a douchebag.
No, I guess there's no love for Static Shock.
I love Static, but just what is he in? What is he doing?
He has his own
I haven't
comic
seen
now.
enough
Nope, they
of him.
canceled it.
I've read him in
Oh, they
Teen
did?
Titans, and that's about it.
They canceled his comic already.
Yeah, it was like what 6 to 8 issues, and it's done.
Yep, they were like, no more.
So yeah, there's not enough Static for me to actually build my fandom around.
That'd be interesting if they did a reboot of the Teen Titans cartoon, the old one.
Oh, they are. They're making it very chibi, or however you say that.
Really? Look that up.
It's-
I must see this.
Yeah.
Speaking of Injustice, at New York Comic Con, they announced that Catwoman and Green Arrow were going to be characters.
And what?
Injustice, Gods Among Us.
Injustice.
Oh no! That was way back when. The newest ones from Comic Con are Green Lantern and Joker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one they just brought the game
Teen
to
Titans,
Comic
Teen
Con
Titans
with
series.
those 2 characters in it, but the announced ones was Green Lantern and Joker, which everybody already knew. The next 2 are probably going to be Martian Manhunter and Robin.
Yeah, buddy.
Why would they put Robin in it when they have Nightwing in it? I don't know, but okay. Why is the Joker in and Harley Quinn when it's probably going to be the exact, close
there's
to
like-
the same thing?
There's multiple Robins, so...
I know there's multiple Robins.
Which
Why
Robin-
are there multiple Robins in this game when they're probably going to play very similarly to each other?
Which Robin?
Not true at all.
Yeah, that's...
That's not true at all. All the Robins have different fighting
Yeah,
styles, man.
Dick Grayson he has the athletic,
Dick Grayson's more acrobatic.
I'm sorry, there's just too much Batman in this game for me.
it's the Bat family. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you
the
want,
Bat
you
family
want
is
Crypto
the
in
ultimate
Injustice?
hero family.
There's like 9 to 11 announced characters, and like 6 of them are Batman people.
Okay, here. I got character ideas. Crypto and Ace the Bat Hound. Would that not be awesome?
Ace. Oh God.
I
No,
hope
I have
it's
a, I have a
Red
question.
King.
I have a question. They're not throwing. Has anyone read the Batman Beyond comics?
Oh, I love the animated series that came out
I
like 10 years
love
ago.
the animated series, but has anybody read the comics?
No, I thought about starting to pick it up though.
Not a Batman fan.
Oh,
I
there's
haven't.
a.
I haven't
send you
gotten
this
a chance to
picture.
pick it up, but I was hoping to I was really hoping to see them revive that series somehow, some way. Just mainly because I love
The Return of the
Batman Beyond
Joker
series.
movie is one of my favorite animated movies, DC animated
Wait, what?
movies.
What is?
Return of the Joker.
That is quite possibly what's like cemented that series as amazing to me.
But I saw this Granted, it is Nolan-esque base, but I saw some guy who did an artwork piece, like of a like Nolan-esque Batman Beyond design costume.
Ugh.
I mean, it was just it was a straight up like painting / drawing, and just like pretty much the detail the guy put into it is actually pretty cool.
Except it's Nolan based. That man is a cancer to comics.
You mean testicular cancer?
No, he is just a cancer to comics. He himself is. I am not wishing cancer upon him. I'm saying he
DA
himself
does.
is cancer.
I haven't heard DA. Is he not here today?
He's sleeping because he does not like comics.
It's not that he doesn't like him; he just doesn't read them.
Oh wait, no. Actually, now that I think about it, did I say Hulk in my stream of characters?
No, you didn't.
I did not. Hulk would be up a little bit higher. No, that's not it. It's on DeviantArt. But
I can't get into Hulk.
The Avengers Hulk though is quite.
Oh
you
god,
know,
we had a whole episode where we did. I actually just got the Avengers on Blu-ray. God, I actually finally found my sister
Yay!
for half a second. Like I literally like paused it and I was just like, frame. Ah, there she is. She's literally in it for about half a second. At least, like, clearly. There's one where it was, like, where Loki's, like, grabbing the guy and, like, first grabs the guy by the face and is pushing him forward, where she kind of just zooms by the camera pane. That's not it either.
Jesus.
But, and then, like, when he flips him onto the table, there's, like, a scene where it shows, like all the people behind him, and you can, like, see her for, like, a half a second. Her second of fame.
Is it a drawing or actual?
It is a
Costume.
drawing. It's DeviantArt, man. You gotta go DeviantArt. Actually,
Look at this card. That's pretty sweet.
Oh wait, actually, I haven't shown him. I need to show you. There's this cosplay that I saw a while ago. Guy made a fully working Avengers Iron Man suit.
And it closes.
Open and closes. It has jets that open up and spray CO2.
I haven't
Everything's
seen that, but I've
light
seen,
up.
like the flaps and stuff.
It's just like,
It's pretty sweet.
yeah, just look up Batman Beyond. Let's see. Might have to look up like Nolan or something.
Ugh.
But anyways, what other comics are you reading, BG?
I'm reading Astonishing X-Men. Crap, I just had... Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I just had my iPod. I'm reading, like, so much of New 52 just to catch up to
Yeah.
it. I just finished the Action Comics one, which is, I did not like it. It
Well, they just got a new creative team on that.
was bad. I'm sorry.
Then I need to really start reading some. I need to catch up on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, you do.
What is it? What's that? The last they got to the prison was the last place I left off in the comics.
Yeah, you got.
Are you serious?
You have so much catching up to do. I think that's like.
Are you
I think that's
serious?
like grade 5, and and it's up to like 13 now.
Which ones do you have?
Well, I have my cousins, and it's up to like 13 or 14 now. It might be at 16.
Oh,
Do you
you are
have-
so far
Maybe he
behind.
has the other ones I can always
Okay.
borrow.
Bring them.
Okay,
Oh,
hold on.
I
That's
didn't.
the
I
other thing
didn't
too. The
mention-
new Watchmen.
Did anybody watch the Under the Red Hood?
Yes.
No.
You didn't watch. Okay, you're not a Batman fan. Fuck you. Honestly, honestly, BG, like, just how do you? I'm not even. I can't. I'm just gonna,
No, I want to hear this.
No, because it's physically bothering me, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to enter this conversation right now.
You should. You
I
should.
No.
don't like Batman.
I'm not. That was the question I was going to ask, but I'm not going to ask it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I
Yes,
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
So BG, why don't you like Batman?
God damn you, Mike.
He's just kind of. I've already explained the villains, and then Batman himself. How does he keep going?
What do you mean?
Like I'm reading the owl thing,
Night
the
of
Court
the
of the Owls.
Court of the Owls, yeah.
How does he keep going from things like this? He's just a guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
I
guy
don't
with
I
an
don't like how they
extraordinary-
just gloss over how he just even with stuff like the Dark Knight Rises where it's just like there's no cartilage in his knee, keep fighting. I don't like how he's just a guy, but he keeps going from this. He doesn't have like Spider-Man's accelerated healing or anything. Even the best medicine money can buy won't constantly repair you like this. So you can just go on night after night.
Well, all right. How to work this from a Batman fan point of view, and be fair about it still. This is gonna be hard.
I think it's not really BG's like not the mental resolve, but like the physical resolve, right?
Oh yeah, I can understand the mental, but I am gonna get to his. But yeah, the physical.
The whole physical aspect of it. When you read things like this, you see him getting his ass kicked a bit. You got to remember that a lot of things come in where he knows how to take a hit. So while you see him take a hit and it looks like it's really devastating, he knows how to take it to a point where he can take the hit but kind of like blow off the damage a little bit, redirect the damage. So I mean, it's not like he can't come back from it. He can't do this. He can't do that. It's just when it comes to the Batman comics or anything Batman related at all, it's a fusion of mental and physical, just willpower to power through whatever injury he has. Because it's basically the basic story of all that matters is the mission.
And he's had broken jaws, broken ribs, a broken back, broken legs. He's been stabbed. He's been shot.
But BG, and this is also too coming from say villains. It's like Rage. He gets into a pit that magically heals him all the time. It's not a far off stretch to think that there's still could be some form of medicinal practices in the DC universe that could heal better than actual real life.
I mean, we are talking about.
I'd like to actually know these things as opposed to just assumptions.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's just something that's to be inferred because of the world, and you got to remember, it's when it comes to the DC world. Batman exists in a world where Superman can be operated on at an operating table. I mean, it's like what?
No, he couldn't. They needed kryptonite
scalpel, but I'm still saying is they can still figure out to make it work to do that.
Sure.
I mean, this is the same world where the Flash can run at so fast that he basically breaks himself down to a molecular freaking level, and still rematerialize himself into a solid form.
Their bodies are. This is them. Their bodies have been molded for this.
No. See, there is when it comes to the laws of just matter. The Flash's the moment he broke down on a molecular level, that was it. And just the laws of energy would propel every bit of what was just there everywhere else around him. He wouldn't be able to come back from that. At that point, it's just you have to take it as it is. It happened because it happened. It's a comic. The laws of physics and the laws of nature aren't always going to bend to your realistic point of view.
But Batman is supposed to be more of a realistic world or person.
He's supposed to be the human aspect of it, but in all, he's not really too human. He's not.
I mean, this pretty much to explain things to you. You go to any info page, it's like he is past the maximum peak of human capability, and it's just like blah 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 blah. Like he's human, but
he's the limit of what human can be.
Yeah, the absolute peak, which is not normal.
Yeah.
Really.
He's not a normal human. He's human, but he's not like somebody who's like Green Arrow, who's actually is just a regular guy.
It still bugs me.
I mean, too. I mean, just like the whole
grounding. If there wasn't just so much he goes through on a regular basis.
The whole grounding of realism for Batman, I mean, ended with the villains like Poison Ivy and Ra's al Ghul and stuff like that.
That's them. He is a person
who was trained by ninjas. And you're talking about thinking right off the bat, Bruce Wayne. He's a genius. He's also a. You can't. It's an impossibility to be able to get his physique, have a strict training regimen, and to be able to study enough to understand these complex materials that he does. At that point, you just have to understand that he's a little bit more than just a regular guy. So to be expecting a regular human existence from him is a flawed view.
No, I'm not even expecting that. I'm expecting.
You can also give that same argument to like the Joker. He's gotten his ass kicked by Batman hundreds of times.
Hundreds? I thought we were in the
It
thousands. now.
also bugs me about Joker. Because the Batman universe is mainly just regular dudes, but they keep coming back from these things. You get the every now and then you'll get the Ra's al Ghuls, you'll get like Freeze and them,
Solomon Grundy.
but it's mostly just Jokers and Penguins and Two-Faces. It's just regular guys, and they get their jaws broken, and all these physical ailments befall them, and within weeks or months, it's like they have no adverse effect of it. And it's fine for something like for a Captain Cold in Flash's universe or something like that where they're a superhuman. But when it's just these regular guys, it's a bit buggy for me.
If you think about it, Doc Ock is similar. I mean, he's not superhuman in any way.
No, he's not. It bugs me about Doc Ock. It bugs me about every comic when these people come back. But Batman's villains are like 80% of these people.
Yeah, it's just I've never had a problem with Batman because it's just a comic for me. I don't really want to delve it that deep where I have to worry or stress about the fact that he just had his jaw broke less than a month ago. Why is he talking?
Stressing. It's like it just
But the thing
makes
is, you're paying
pause.
it. But you're paying it so much mind where I don't understand why you are.
No,
It's a simple fucking
like,
matter of the fact that it happened. It's not that big of a deal. It's
like
really
when
not.
It's like when we were talking about effects that could take you out of the video and it freezes you. It's like, whoa, what the heck happened? When I see something like that, it takes me out of the comic for a second. Like, why the heck was he able to do that? Or how did he come back from that? Or what the heck?
I mean, I guess it's a
I
similar
can see
situation.
that viewpoint.
It's definitely a similarity, and I definitely understand what you're saying. I've never been able to see when it comes to comics. I've never been able to see it that way. So I guess I really can't what's the word? I can't see it from your point of view because I don't understand why it's such a an eye grabber. I'm just going to call it for you.
It's like with the Joker. You can look past the fact that he gets his ass kicked all the time because he's such an engrossing and interesting character. You know, it's not just, Batman kicks the shit out of him all the time. It's like, what drives this person to be that insane all the time? That you look past, the broken bones and he gets thrown in Arkham Asylum and breaks out every time. It's like, why aren't they vamping up the security? Like, you look past that because you want to see more of this character because of who they are.
Now, when it comes to Joker especially, you have to be able to sit back and ask the question as much. Just how crazy is he where he's not like in bed 24/7 with Harley Quinn? That's how you know how truly crazy he is.
Gigantic ass. Like when we were at Youmacon last year, there was a whole bunch of Harley Quinn cosplayers, and I swear, like, I was afraid to sleep next to this guy.
Are you talking like the Arkham Asylum Harley Quinn outfit?
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I need to show you. Have you ever heard of Jessica Negri?
Every podcast.
Hey, she's hot, man. I can't help it. Look up Jessica Negri. It's Nigri, and then Harley Quinn.
And no, she's not Japanese or Asian.
Oh, she's blonde.
Yeah, look up Harley Quinn.
God, that picture.
But
Hold on, while you hear the reaction.
Hold on. Gotta find it. Oh my.
Yeah. Harley.
clear and throw of it.
I'm gonna have to excuse myself from that.
But what else? What was the other reasons, BG, for not liking the Bat?
Whenever there's a crossover, 90% of the time he's the only rational person. Like, it makes all the other superheroes look kind of stupid in comparison.
Well, because he's the Batman.
I mean,
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But do you have to?
I'm honestly just going to leave it at that. When it comes to everybody else, like, if you think about it, They have this power. They have that power. They have this power. They have that power. What's Batman have? His brain.
But
Batman
there's a
has
lot
a
of people in
contingency
the
plan
Justice
for
League,
every
like a Green
superhero.
Arrow, that doesn't have these things. He's just got a weapon. He doesn't
Yeah.
even have the weapons of Batman or
At
the Train.
that point, the thing that separates them all is basically is is Batman's intelligence, his deduction.
That's what Nate just said. Batman has a contingency plan for every superhero.
Exactly. That's
what
the
was
point.
it? What was
That's-
that? What was
that's-
that?
that's
What
my
movie
number
they just made
one.
where that was all put into action? What was that movie? Justice League Doom. I think that's what they did. Basically, all of Batman's plans are enacted.
I saw that movie.
All his plans are enacted. Like the Flash has a bomb tied to his wrist that if he slows down below a certain speed, it detonates and he dies. Jean is like basically on fire and he can't be put out because he was like, I think he drank something and it was a chemical that reacted inside of his body and he's permanently fucking burning. Basically what happened was, I'm not going to ruin the whole thing, but when it comes to Bruce Wayne, Bane finds out his identity and straight up ambushes Bruce and buries him in his father's grave, along with his father's remains. And you just see Bruce, literally, he wakes up, he sees his dad's skeleton, and he gets this dark look on his face. And I was just like, it's about to get ridiculous in here. And he just starts punching his way through the casket.
I've seen it.
Oh, that is such an amazing scene.
And yet, with everybody else, they're so much more human with their things. Like, again, with the Justice League Doom movie. Green Lantern thing with old girl dying. He was just completely broken up about it. But Batman can literally be next to his parents in their grave. And it's just like, I'm mad now.
Well, it's just that
He's such an inhuman human.
yeah, but that's what makes him great. That's why I love it. That's why I love Batman.
I like human people.
No, I don't. I like
human
people who can rise above
characters.
characters that can rise above it for situations. Make that character perfect for me.
But back to my rational thing. I can't remember what it was. Let me see.
The contingency
It was
plan.
either Crisis on Infinite Earths or Justice League Crisis or Identity Crisis. Yeah, I think it was Identity Crisis.
Identity crisis.
Batman. Okay. Dr. Light rapes one of the wives. I can't remember. I think it was the elongated man's wife. And everybody else wants to erase his mind. And Batman is the only rational person there.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You have people like Enchantress and all these people there. Some intelligent people there. But he's the only one rational and, oh, we can't do this. He gets his mind erased as well. And then he throws a hissy fit about it too. But I'm not even going to that. Why is he the only person that can be rational when there's a giant group of superhumans around? Knowing that some of them are very intelligent, some of them are rational at every other turn. Even people like Martian Manhunter, he's very rational. But when Batman's around, Batman is the only rational person. And to combat his irrationality, what would pass for Martian Manhunter, he's usually just like, I'm not going to be in this, as opposed to being completely rational. Batman is such a non-superhero that they have to downgrade all other superheroes when they're around him so he can look on their level.
I don't know about that, to be honest. I mean, I never once felt like anyone was ever downgraded just when Batman was around. Ever.
It feels like that to me, especially when it comes to decision making, like with who was it, Blue Beetle?
It's the thing is, I'm gonna put it like this. You've seen, what was it? Apocalypse? I think it was Batman, Superman, Apocalypse. No, it wasn't
Doomsday.
Batman, Superman, Apocalypse. It was the one. It's the movie. It's the movie where basically
Supergirl, right?
Kara, Darkseid uses Kara.
No, that's Apocalypse.
That's Apocalypse, right? I was right. All right. At the end there, who's the one who finally kicks Darkseid to the side? Superman. It's Batman. He threatens to actually completely destroy an entire planet's population, just to prove a point. Meanwhile,
actually, it wasn't at the end. There was more after.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just like it's the fact that Superman. I mean, Superman doesn't have the ability to make sacrifices like that.
No, he doesn't. He's not the type of person
But
that.
that's the thing. Batman is. Batman will do anything he has to do what he believes is right. That's all it is.
Superman does the same thing, just not at the price of other people.
That's what I'm saying. But that's the thing. Batman is human in that regard. That he does it. He takes into account all these things, and whatever is the best option, no matter what has to be done, he'll do it. He'll get it done. And
Superman doesn't have to do that because
that's the thing. He doesn't have to.
No. I'm just equating this to because Batman has to do it this way because he has no other options.
And it's because of this that when everyone else is around Batman, he's that one. He's that guy amongst all of them who they all know will not hesitate a moment if any one of them even looked at him wrong to take them out.
So why is he the rational one saying not to do this to Dr. Light, knowing that Dr. Light can easily find this girl again? They want to completely erase his memory and all bad things that he's done, and that he was a complete villain, and turn him into pudding, his mind into pudding, basically. Huh. And Batman is the only one that's like, no, we can't do that. This is wrong. Why is he the only rational one there, even though...
Because it's wrong to him.
Yeah, that's it. His morals are based on...
No, it's a wrong thing to do. Why can't the other heroes see this?
It's not that they don't. It's just the fact that they agree. They all agree that while it is wrong, but that he deserves it. Batman doesn't see things that way.
It's not even that Dr. Light deserves it. Dr. Light, when
they all think he deserves it. They all think he deserves it.
No, when they pull him off of her, he says, "I will find her again. You cannot stop me. All you're going to do is lock me up. I will get out and I will find her again." At this point, you have to do something more. But Batman's the only one that's like, no.
He won't go that way. He won't do it. It literally is just that simple. He won't.
And in that instance, it makes every other superhero in that room look a little bit worse.
Yeah. So what? I don't see a problem.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Other superheroes have to be downgraded slightly when it comes to decisions, because Batman is just so up here.
Yeah, but that's why I like Batman.
That just presents.
He's
a problem.
that X factor in all the things.
That's just a bit of a problem for me.
I like it. I've always liked that about Batman.
Mm-hmm. So we agree to disagree.
As per usual with me and BJ.
Yeah. All right, we've actually gone quite a bit over an hour now, so we'll probably wrap up here.
Yeah, it's been...
But I need to start reading some comments. We should probably do this again, because I actually enjoyed this quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to know why he reacted that way when I said Gambit was one of my favorites.
Let's leave it for another time.
Let's definitely. And then we'll get my other roommate in here, too, so we can explain Hulk and Spider-Man. Alrighty, well, actually, I should probably apologize now. We've had things have been crazy.
Yeah, things have been pretty bad.
Things have been pretty crazy. I actually had 3 interviews yesterday for jobs. Or today. It's today. God, well, no, it is yesterday now. But, yeah, it was just blah. This week's just been hectic.
You didn't save, did you?
Huh? Oh. Borderlands. Okay, so we shall end it there. So, all right. Nate, thanks for...
just a quick thing before we end here. We have 2.5 weeks till YomaCon.
Yes, we do. Woo! But, Nate, thank you for joining on this episode.
Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
DA taught him about ponies, which I'm
Oh,
really
no,
am
no,
upset
no,
about
no,
now.
no.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
I'm burning his laptop
end it-
after this
End it
podcast
now.
is over.
End it now before I get mad. End it now.
All right. So thanks for tuning in again, guys, and we will see you next week.
All right, later, guys.
Later.